following show is a paid program.
Hey family, what's up? I'm so glad you're here today. I wanted to show you that real quickly because I wanted to show you what's happening this whole week. Yesterday was Yarbrough and Peoples, and today I have a great friend of mine, ANDREY SEVILLE. Tomorrow will be Mary Griffin. Thursday will be Teresa Grayson, and Lloyd Hughes will close us out. But on today, we have my friend, vocalist, actor, entertainer, and graphics designer, ANDREY SEVILLE. Hey, buddy, what's going on?
What's happening, Cam? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. First of all, I first wanted to tell my friend, thank you. Because if it had not been for him the whole time in radio, and I just switched over to TV, had it not been for him, I would have made it. Because he was one of the pivotal points in telling me, hey, Cam, you can do it, because I really was going to give up. I'm going to be honest about that. And I wanted to give him that honor. What you just saw with that whole week, he designed that. What you saw for the whole, all of these weeks, he's designed that. Any of my graphics, any of my commercials, any of my lead-in and intros, it's because of ANDREY SEVILLE with A. SEVILLE Designs. Let's talk about it, buddy. Where do you get that design, first of all, thought process?
Well, I've always had the eye for the art and things, especially things that weren't there that were needed.
Yes.
And when I was in that time I spent in Vegas and LA and Hollywood, and I'm looking at all this stuff and I'm saying this is what a lot of my people in Houston are missing. All that type of graphic artwork that maybe they thought they couldn't afford it. Mm-hmm. And keep you noticed, get you noticed, because your presentation is everything. Presentation.
It is.
And I knew I had an eye for putting pieces together and put them in the right spot. I had an eye for that, so I got down. The first project I did was Zap.
Yes.
In Vegas.
Uh-huh.
And a friend of mine was a promoter, Ely Entertainment, and ticket sales just weren't happening.
Right.
So I'm sitting at the house, I had my laptop. I said, we need something. So I came up with a commercial, and boom, next one I did, they called me, I had to do Confunction. And so I've been doing that ever since. That was like 2000.
Right. And in addition to that, people wanted to know, yes, he is a vocalist. Yes, he's an actor, and he is an entertainer. He also has A. SEVILLE Designs. Let's talk about your vocalist, actor, and entertainer and how you got into that being an Army brat.
Well, I was an Air Force brat.
Yeah, Air Force brat.
Yeah, Air Force brat. My dad. And matter of fact, can I say happy birthday to my dad? It's his birthday today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yes, definitely.
Air Force, retired Air Force.
Yeah.
And that right there, Cam, being an Air Force brat, I was born on Air Force Base, Wichita Falls.
Wow.
Shepherd Air Force Base. So all the way to high school, that right there, Cam, that's an education you couldn't even pay for.
Right.
Living halfway around the world, all different cultures, all different kind of people.
Yes,
You can't pay for that. You can't pay for that.
you sure can't, because you
So
traveled all over the world.
yes,
Wow.
but then I started here. My first mentor was Charles Bush.
Hmm.
So I started here as a DJ. See, my dad collected all the music.
Right.
He had all the records, and he had all the stereo equipment. So whenever there was a party, high school, college, whenever there was a party, they called me because I had the music
Right.
and I had the equipment. And so I started as a DJ at the Screaming Eagle.
Hmm.
Probably wasn't even born then. But yeah, I started DJing at the Screaming Eagle, and that's how I started in the entertainment industry
Wow.
because I couldn't sing back then.
Hmm. People want to know, how did you start singing?
DJing, listening. I would listen to Marvin Gaye
Right.
in the headphones
Mm-hmm.
for hours. I listened to the Isley Brothers, Sam
Mm.
Cooke, Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra. Just listened to them, and I learned how to become a mimic. I learned how to mimic their voice,
Mm.
and I learned tones. And so I got into choir at church, Mount Sinai, and I give a shout out. And I never forget, it was my partner Jimmy Matthews. I hope he's watching because I couldn't go nowhere without him
Right.
next to me to find out where I'm supposed to be in the song.
Mm-hmm.
I had him, and so I learned about harmonies and different tones, and I realized that I had several different tones that I could do. So I just started singing.
Wow. You're also an actor.
Yes. Aren't we all?
We many of us are.
Oh,
Yes, definitely.
yes.
How do
Being
we?
an
How? Mm-hmm.
well, I was gonna say being an actor, all vocalists are actors.
Yes.
All singers are actors. That's what we're doing. We're acting out a song. We're telling a story of that particular song, whether it's a cover song or whether it's a song that you wrote. You're
Right.
telling that story and you're
Right.
acting that story out. And if
Mm-hmm.
you know a good entertainer, good vocalist, like I've seen some good vocalists,
Yes.
great vocalists, but they're just standing right here behind the
Right.
mic and they're like,
Right.
"Ah, ah, ah," and so you're not, but a great vocalist or an entertainer, they're acting out those
Yes.
words.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And every note that's in those verses, those
Mm-hmm.
choruses,
Mm-hmm.
you could feel it with them.
Right. Right.
And so they're telling that story, and you can feel that story.
Yes. You sure
Everybody can't
can.
do that. Well, everybody don't understand that. A
Yeah.
lot of entertainers, they don't understand that because
Mm-hmm.
they're entertaining themselves up
Yeah.
there and not the audience,
Right.
which is what you're not. You entertain yourself, stay in the bathroom. You're entertaining
Right.
those people
Right.
out there. So you're telling a story. So we are actors. So I did the Hollywood thing.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, out here, and I spent a little time, did a lot of TV shows, several movies,
Yes.
and so it was pretty interesting. But I refused to sell my soul, so I hit I-10, came back to Houston.
Wow.
I said it's got to be a different way, so I'm
Right.
working on a different now.
Right. 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 I like what you
Yeah, I'm
said
working on
about that in the sense of, now that COVID has happened, how is the impact of COVID on the entertainment and music industry now? How's it impacted?
Shut down,
Yes.
shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Andre Seville, Leroy Allen, Lloyd Hughes, Mary Griffin, Earth, Wind and Fire, Chicago, the Rolling Stones, Cameo, Morris Day and the Time, we are Frankie Beverly Mays, we are all at zero.
Right.
Everybody's at zero right now.
Right. Right.
Everybody's at zero. So what most of them are doing in the studio, coming up with new material, reinventing themselves, which is what I've been doing. So when they open that gate,
Yes.
like in horse race, when they open that gate,
Yep.
everybody hit out, boom, it's gonna be crazy.
Right. 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 The other thing is because we have to do social distancing, mask, and all of that. It's a different type of entertainment because many people want to take pictures with you. They want to sing with you. They want to be on the dance floor with you. They want to be entertained and close.
Yeah, well, that's gone right now.
Right.
None of that's happening right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can forget that.
And
Forget that. And plus, we can't. It's hard for us anyway without an audience.
right.
If you try to do a virtual thing, but there's nobody there.
Right.
That crowd to give you that feed for you to feed off of, give you that extra
Right.
when you're performing. No, that's not happening right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do the COVID. The business side of music. Let's talk to people a little bit about the business side of music.
You got to be careful. You got to know what you're signing. You got to have somebody. You got to trust somebody.
Right.
You're gonna have to trust somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So the key is you find that somebody that you can trust. That I'm gonna take care of you. You make sure I'm gonna be okay.
Right.
I'm gonna take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
Most of it is what can you do for me?
Right.
Not what can I do for you?
Mm-hmm.
What can you do for me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's so you just gotta trust. It's like Yarborough and Peoples were saying yesterday. It's not all peaches and cream.
Right. Right.
Not all peaches and cream. But
Yeah, they did
can
discuss
be.
it yesterday. They were talking about the fact that where they were sleeping, they were homeless, that they were living in their car and, things like that. They talked about the business side.
Well, I did all that when I was in Hollywood, in LA.
Mm-hmm. Let's
I
talk
did all.
about that part.
I had a spot. I had a spot after I got there. I was doing ER.
Right.
No, Grey's Anatomy.
Uh-huh.
I was a doctor on Grey's Anatomy. And so we got through. I had a spot. It was Denny's, and it was a roadway motel, and Denny's was in the middle. So I had a Yukon. So after we wrapped, I was going back up. I had my little parking spot. I had my DVD, everything in my little truck. But in the morning, I would watch those rooms and see who came out of that room by himself. And I know there's probably an extra towel or something. So I grabbed all my little bag, all my little stuff. I'd run in there, get cleaned up right quick, run back down, go in Denny's, give me some coffee, and look for my next job, my next gig. I did that for about a month.
So let's go back. People didn't understand what you were saying. Let's go back a little bit. You were working on ER. You had signed a contract with ER, which is a show.
Mm-hmm. Now I wasn't under contract.
You weren't on contract, okay?
But I was doing Grey's Anatomy.
Yes, okay, Grey's Anatomy.
And when I would get through, I would go park at my little spot. I had a spot by a roadway inn.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd sleep, and I'd wake up in the morning, and I'd watch those rooms, and whoever came out of that room by themselves,
yes,
I know there's probably an extra towel in there.
Right.
So I'd grab all my little stuff. I'd run up, get cleaned up, run back down to my truck, go in the Denny's, get some coffee, look for my next gig.
Wow. And you did that for a month.
About a month.
Wow.
Yes. I wasn't mad. I knew what I was doing. I was just out there hustling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
out there hustling.
Right.
So that's a lot of people got that story.
Mm-hmm. 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 A lot of people don't know
I
how
did
to.
it.
People don't know how to get started. How do you get started in music or acting?
Ooh. In music, you just got to be around. In music, if you can sing whatever your craft is,
Right.
and if you feel like you're good at that craft, you got to just be around.
Yeah.
You got to hit the spots. You got to be around where the action is.
Wow.
You got to be around. Just like y'all remember people was saying they were just around the studio.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You got to be around. You got to let people know what you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Quincy Jones started. He was always around the action.
Mm-hmm.
So same way with acting, you got to go and register with Central Casting, register with all of these different casting agents.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it here, but you have to leave now with what Tyler Perry's doing in Atlanta. You can go to the East Coast.
Right.
You don't necessarily have to go to Hollywood.
Right.
Tyler's shaking it up now.
He is.
In fact, bigger than Hollywood right now.
Really? That's good to know.
So you just got to go out there and get in, just mix yourself in, get in where you can fit in. Then once you get in, you just do what you do. That your character will take you where you want to go. Still got to be careful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So in the music business, you have to stay around people. Like when you were DJing, you already knew a lot of people from DJing. You knew the music, you knew people, and they knew that you could DJ at the time, but the singing part of it.
There was what's the name of that club? The Rose, Belford, Fondren. I was DJing. And when Joy and Pain first came out,
right,
and then the live version, they did the live version. I think it was New Orleans. So I'm playing that. Even I'm telling you, Magic Johnson was there. He was dancing, and Akeem. A lot of them. I think there was a game, Rockets game.
Right.
And this was way back then. So a lot of them were there. That was the spot where everybody came to hang out. Right at the end when Frankie's doing "Ain't It the Truth Right Now, Joy," and the crowd is. So everybody was looking because it was extra long. But it was me on the mic singing, "Ain't it the truth right now, Joy," and everybody started looking at me, and so they clapping their hands. We did that like another 10 minutes.
Right.
And so I started because I was basically very shy. So I had to get in touch with my alter ego.
Right.
I met my alter ego and we got, when I get on stage, okay, I'm gonna take over. Once we get behind the mic, I got it.
Yeah.
Once it's over, you can take back over.
Right.
That's when I started becoming an entertainer. Most entertainers, they know their alter ego. They know. And they know when alter ego takes over and when it's time to sit down and be quiet.
Right. That's a good one. We'll be right back, and we'll talk more to Andre Seville.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection. Only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Our story begins more than 60 years ago inside an abandoned chicken coop where our founder discovered a retired teacher living. No home, no health care. So she said no to this injustice and yes to transforming lives. It's this drive, this compassion that inspired AARP. Today we empower people to choose how they live as they age. We advocate for health and financial security. We strengthen communities everywhere. We are AARP, creating real possibilities.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, family, we're back with Andre Seville. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm fantastic, Cam. How you doing?
We're doing great. One of the main things, we've hit on it a little bit, but people are asking over and over, how can a local artist become mainstream?
Wow. If you don't have
From
any
Houston.
money.
From Houston.
See, that's the whole thing. You have to, that whole thing, you have to, if you want to make it, you have to leave here.
Yes.
Which I never understood because it's 4 million people plus here.
Yes.
Now, what's called improve that, what's the brothers? I can't think of their name right now. But they did Knocking the Boots.
Mm-hmm.
They went platinum here in Houston. Just
right.
Here in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see why if you got 4 million people plus here in Houston, if you only need, you don't really need 4 million to buy your CD.
Right.
I don't know why, with all the entities and the people and the entertainment industry here, I don't see why you have to leave Houston to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
People coming here to get you, but that's the way it is.
Right.
Most of the time you have to leave. You got to leave Houston. You got to get out of Houston.
Right.
Because you know for yourself, you can go other places and listen to the radio.
Yes.
You ain't never heard.
Yes.
And it's nice.
Yes.
That whole thing, you can never be a star in your hometown.
Right.
You know, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But if you don't have any money, Cam, to put behind your music and what you're doing, it's going to be God to put you in the right place at the right time in front of the right person.
Right. So many people are independent labels. They were talking about that. They were asking a question about being an independent label versus being, getting on a label.
You can be an independent. Now the way it's set up, you don't necessarily need a major record label because there aren't that many major record labels out now like there used to be. But still getting your music played.
Right.
So like on a major radio station, that's when you got to have something behind you.
Right.
You can get it played on internet. That's why to me, Cam, the most powerful man in the music industry is a nightclub DJ.
Okay.
To me.
Yes.
That's my opinion. Nightclub DJ, you can get him to play your music.
Right.
But to get in that office, to that radio programmer, and then get them to play your music.
Yes.
And, that's a whole, somebody, you don't know somebody, how much promotional money you got behind it. I'm trying to get started. And then here comes an executive from XYZ record company with a briefcase and just knocked you out the box.
Right.
So you got to go back home and figure out something else.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to be, as independent artists, we have to be crafty.
Right.
And figure out a way to make them say, once they keep hearing it, they say, oh, how come we're not playing that?
Right. Right. Mm-hmm.
Why we're not playing that?
Mm-hmm.
So, well, I've been to your office about 20 times and y'all wouldn't even see it. I had to figure out something else.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Right now, I'm getting radio. I'm on charts, Southern Soul charts around the country.
Yeah.
Not here, but there. I got to give a shout out to DJ Walter D, because he's playing my music. He's playing all our local artists' music. He's playing, DJ Walter D. So big shout out to Walter D.
Right.
He's playing. You got some clubs that are playing them, and I'm getting downloads from overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in Europe and Asia.
Mm-hmm.
Get down my music.
Mm-hmm.
To get into that office, to that main radio station chain.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Social media. Let's talk about social media and how that can be promotional.
Always, but still, you still got to have a little money.
Mm-hmm.
So, like if I put a new track on, get you a little money, boost it. Somebody like it, they'll share it. Boost it again next week.
Yes.
Boost it again, boosting it, till you get your thousands, and hit YouTube. Send them to your YouTube page.
Right.
YouTube is paying people right now. That's very big right now.
Uh-huh.
Your YouTube and your Facebook, your Instagram.
Uh-huh. Instagram is really big.
I can imagine if those artists back in the 60s and 70s had those tools.
Yes.
There probably wouldn't be no major record companies.
Yes.
All themselves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Also, they're asking the question about being a mainstream actor. I know we talked about music and the artist, but a mainstream actor.
That, I'm not a mainstream actor, so I can't say too much about that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be, and I know I will be.
Oh, yeah.
Because one thing about acting, and in that business, you do it till the day you die.
Yeah.
You're never too old.
Yeah.
You're never too old. There's always something you can do.
That's good. That's good to know. That is a good one. Yeah, Cicely Tyson in her 90s, she's still going. And she says she's not going to stop.
Mm-mm. No. Even look at James Earl Jones.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of them. There's always parts you can play.
Mm-hmm.
And see, then you have like Tyler Perry that's keeping them busy.
Right. And that's good.
Keeping them busy.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping them.
What about being an extra? Does that help in acting?
Yes. Yeah, I've done that plenty of times.
Mm-hmm. Being an extra.
Yeah, I've done that plenty of times. That's a good way to start.
Right.
I started in Hollywood like that. I went to when I was a Secret Service agent on West Wing, and Martin Sheen. We were doing lunch, and Martin Sheen came in there. There were 6 of us.
Right.
We were Secret Service agents. So Martin Sheen came in the tent, and he's sitting like right there. And I'm saying, this is Martin Sheen. He's sitting right there. So he started asking us, "Are you, where you from? Are you learning anything while you're here?"
Right.
Like, yes, sir. He says, "You are in a live laboratory, being an extra on a set, on a real set."
Wow.
So when I'm on the sets, I'm watching the light man, the cameraman, the sound man, the directors. I'm watching everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I go to a concert. I'm looking at the stage. I'm looking at the lights. I'm looking at the whole production
Right.
more than I am the actual concert.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what entertainers do.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But it's easy to become an extra, though. You can go out there, you can go to Hollywood, sign up, be an extra. They look at your body type, your skin color, your hair, your age, everything,
Right.
and then they'll place you how they want. Because when these casting directors want people, they know exactly what they want.
Right. And they usually list it a little bit, right? Age is this age, this is the race we want, and things like that sometimes.
All of that. Most of the things I played, though, I was Middle Eastern.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they always had my head wrapped up. And I'm Abdullah Akbar.
That's good. There. Okay. The other one is two. People are wanting to know beyond that, you're a national vocalist, you're around the world, like you were saying, Asia or so, they love your music too.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to sing in Amsterdam.
Yes.
And my God, the reception is just like boom. It's and you don't need nothing. Just keyboard, a guitar. You don't need no synthesizers, none of that. They like it raw.
Mm.
They like it raw, and they love everything you do.
Wow.
They love that soul. Anything soul. So soul to most people that's black.
Soul.
That means black.
Okay. In other
And that's
countries?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything soul is black.
Mm-hmm.
So they love it.
Mm-hmm. So they love it. They love soul. Anything you say soul. So soul, Southern Circuit, whatever is soul.
So anything you go, especially in England,
Mm-hmm.
they love R&B music. It's been like that for a long time.
Right. I was listening to somebody, they said that their music is played more over there than in the States.
Oh yeah, and you have a lot of artists that we think are gone.
Mm-hmm.
They're in Europe big time.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean they're big time artists in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Making money. They ain't thinking about coming back.
They're not, are they? They're not thinking about coming back.
No.
Well, we had some videos we were showing about you and what you did and how you do them with your graphics. You were the one that did my opening. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, some of the videos.
How about the Cam Hill show? But you don't get to see none of that.
Right.
You don't get to see you don't get to see that sitting there, do you?
No, I don't. And then the opening, of course, with the week. We do that every week. We're getting ready to do that every week. The week, how they're opening.
Right. The weekly
Yeah.
show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got some good stuff coming this week, bro.
Yeah, we're going to get some more people. We have some more people for this next week. Women Who Win will be the next week. And we'll be doing that one. But on this week is Black Music 360. So we're just trying to do all black music with Mary Griffin and Teresa Grayson and then Lloyd Hughes. You put that together. You put this whole week together. So it's because of him, guys. This is his week. He did the whole week.
Well, that's what I do. I love graphics. That's how I get high.
Absolutely.
That and performing.
Absolutely.
So I love the graphics. And I love putting all that together. And it's really what I knew I was in the forefront when I came back and I started doing that.
Yes.
I'm getting some copycats now, but that's cool. I love it.
Right.
I love it. Because that's what we needed.
We did.
In Houston.
Houston needed it. Houston needs it.
Yes.
Houston needs the next level part of it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna do my part to bring that here.
Yeah. Because that's because I saw a lot of that in L.A. and, Vegas and stuff, especially when you were singing out there.
Yes. Well, like I said, it's the presentation.
Mm-hmm.
It's all presentation, your package.
Yes.
And, you have to make people think, even when you go to a concert and the band walks out and they look good.
Right.
Lights, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to, and everybody's excited. They ain't sang yet.
Right.
They might not be the best singers.
Right.
But that presentation.
Yeah.
And that's what I help people with, that presentation. A lot of people think I'm expensive, so they won't call. I'm really not that expensive. We can work something out if it's something you need.
But it's worth every dime. It's worth every dime.
It's worth. I'm gonna make sure that you're satisfied. We're represented, because I want, when somebody else sees my work, I want them to ask you, okay, well, give me your guy's number.
Right.
Because it started, and I have to give props to Michael Cooper, Confunction, because he's gotten me. So, like, my client list right now is Confunction, Mo Jones, Brick.
Yes.
Steve Arrington. I got, I just picked up Club Nouveau.
Right.
Yarburn Peoples.
Yes.
Some of my favorite clients. So, and it's growing and growing, because then they see me work for this. I do a lot of commercials for concert promoters around the country.
Right.
And they say, okay, who did that? Who did that?
Exactly.
Michael Cooper sent them. I got a guy down, everybody got a guy. Everybody got a guy.
Everybody got a guy. They got a team. They got a team.
Yeah. So when I do something, I want people to see it and say, okay, who did that? And give me your guy's number.
Right. Right.
So that's why I put everything into it to where it's magical, and it tells that story, and to get people's attention. Because one thing I learned in Hollywood, people's attention span is like that long.
Exactly.
So it's got to be boom, 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 boom.
And flash. They love flash. They love the lights. They love camera. They love lights and sparkles and all kind of stuff.
Especially because I design a lot of logos. I got a lot of them designing now.
Mm-hmm.
I get orders from around. People love to see their name, their brand.
Right.
And one thing, Cam, I take what I do very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I let people know that. And so I try to customize what I'm doing to fit them.
Right.
To fit what they want, not
right.
what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Make it to what they want. So
right.
If it takes us a little extra time, I'm willing to go that little extra mile.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to sit and charge you this and that and that and that. I just want you to be happy, because when I want somebody else to see it, boom.
Right. I love it. Yeah. Because when you do something, you are perfecting. You'll say, Cam, what do you think about this? And I'll say, oh, it's good. He said, oh, no, but I need to add something. I'll send it back to you. I saw something wrong, and I'm thinking, I didn't see nothing wrong, but of course I didn't know what I was looking like. So,
well, it's like a songwriter. He's writing those notes, and
right.
We think it's perfect, but he hears something. There's something I need to take that out. I changed that note, wasn't right. So it's the same thing. Same thing.
That sounds good. We'll be right back with Andre Seville.
We'll be right back to the Cam Hill Show after these messages.
When it comes to protecting yourself and your partners, all the information out there can be overwhelming. Visit our website. We are a free and confidential service striving to help you stay informed and stay notified. We are committed to a healthy Houston.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. Drive the new 2020 Cadillac XT4, only $399 a month, or the new 2020 XT5, only $429 a month, both for 39 months lease with just $1 down. Or purchase the XT4 or XT5 and enjoy 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Our story begins more than 60 years ago inside an abandoned chicken coop where our founder discovered a retired teacher living, no home, no health care. So she said no to this injustice and yes to transforming lives. It's this drive, this compassion that inspired AARP. Today we empower people to choose how they live as they age. We advocate for health and financial security. We strengthen communities everywhere. We are AARP, creating real possibilities.
Houston's only Cadillac to your door dealer, Ron Carter Cadillac, delivers test drives to your home or office. For a limited time, get $16,000 off all in-stock Cadillac 2019 XT5 crossovers and $19,000 off all in-stock 2019 CT6 sedans. Or experience the first ever 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury Collection, only $519 with $1 down for 39 months lease. Or purchase and receive 0.9% APR for 72 months with no payments until November. RonCarterCadillac.com.
And now back to the Cam Hill Show.
Hey, family, thank you so much for coming back. We're talking to my friend, Andrey Seville. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Fabulous. How you doing?
Oh, excellent.
Cam?
We were just talking about the fact about the graphics. We were talking about the industry, and we were talking about entertainment and music and entertainment and acting and things like that. Many people have always asked about, the business side of it. You spoke about that, about the fact that you need to be represented. And I remember Lois on yesterday, Peoples Yarbrough was talking about that she and Caven, needed to be represented and how things were lost and things like that.
Yes, representation. That goes back to what I was saying about finding somebody that you actually trust.
Right.
That's got a good reputation.
Mm-hmm.
It's mainly finding somebody that you trust and has some type of knowledge of the entertainment industry.
Right.
And
contracts, definitely.
Definitely contracts.
Yes.
Because be honest, most of us are not going to sit and read the whole entire contract.
Right. Right.
I'm on a contract with Fox.
Mm-hmm.
That contract is almost 200 pages. You think I read every one of them pages? No.
Right.
That's what we pay an attorney to do.
Right.
And
so it's best to have one.
Trust that attorney. Yeah. It's best to have one. Like they say, you got to have your paperwork.
Yeah, you got to have representation. Definitely representation in some kind of way. That's got to be part of the budget.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And I wanted to say one thing. We were talking about like the graphic work. Let me go back to when I was talking about the graphic work and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of local artists here in the Houston area.
Right.
When I was talking about not represent. You got me saying representation. The package.
Right.
Your presentation. If you need an EPK, electronic press kit, which a lot of us don't have. If you need one,
Mm-hmm.
give me a call, look it up. That's what you send that out.
Mm-hmm.
Work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Just got everything on it. Don't think I'm too expensive or anything like that, because I'm here to help you. We can work something out.
Right.
Get it. Okay. If you need videos, me and my son, J Mills Vision, shooting in 4K.
Right.
So we offer all type of services.
Right.
All type of service for any entertainers, any business, whatever you need, commercials. Is it all right if I mention that?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, you mentioned it. Oh, absolutely. You got to mention that.
Radio voiceovers.
Right.
We cover everything. You got businesses. And let me say this, Cam, because I never understood. Now you got all these clubs with 9,000 TVs in them.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them, I would go into a lot of them, and you're not advertising yourself on none of them.
Right.
So I could create a TV feed, like the one I had. I did Bees Wine Bar and several other places.
Uh-huh.
And shout out to Bonita.
Mm-hmm.
And advertise your on one of these TVs. We used to go out, we used to talk to each other. We ain't had no TV.
Right.
No TV. Well,
Right.
I left the house because I got tired of watching TV. You don't watch TV when I go out. This last thing I want to see is Law and Order. That's why I left the house. I want to look at these women out here. I want to listen to the music.
Right.
See what they dance to.
Right.
Not sit and watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
So we create a TV feed for your business.
Yes.
Just a loop, go on and on and on, all about you, all about your business. And so I just want to get that information out there.
Absolutely.
I
You do a
appreciate
lot. You do a lot of graphic things that are out there that are very high quality graphics. My opening that you did is in 4K, and I appreciate that. So that one is, it bounces. It's gold. It shows everything.
Well, that's the only way we're going to do it, because especially like you, I keep telling you all the time, you're the varsity. You're not the junior varsity no more. You're not junior varsity. No, anything I do, no phone pictures,
Right.
no res, no.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do everything. Everything is up here.
Yeah, a lot of high definition.
We're not doing that. Even the flyers,
Right.
those flyers I'm doing now, we're not doing no phone pictures and none of that. We're not the junior varsity. No.
Right. So anybody looking, I'm telling you, so all of my graphics, all of my flyers, all of those things, A. Seville Designs is who did it. He's the one who did a lot of my commercials, even when I was in radio. Now that I'm in TV, I've done those in TV also. He did all of them that I've always done. Everything I've done, everything graphics, he's done.
It's been my pleasure doing all that.
Man, you have you've made the bar. You've raised the bar.
Well, I like working with people that are trying to that are out here hustling,
Right.
trying to get something done.
Mm-hmm.
If I see you out here hustling and you working, you trying to get something. I'm sitting here in front of my computer. I might have that little something that I could add.
Right.
To help
Mm-hmm.
on your own, get a little something, get a little better, get something more appealing to where you get people's attention.
Right.
That's what we want as entertainment. We want people's attention.
Mm-hmm.
So if that flyer, if that picture, your logo helps get their attention, they'll turn the page and look at another page.
Right.
They'll keep turning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So let's talk to some of the businesses. I'm going to tell you guys that are in business, and I'm in business. I'm self-employed too, and have been over 20 plus years. But the businesses, we got to stay relevant. You got to stay relevant. So you got to get in with these different things. Branding is a huge thing that Andre Seville does. He will brand you. He's branded me. He's helped me, like I said, in a brand. He does logos. He's done, everything for me. And you need that too. Churches, even though your church may be closed or something like that, he still does the videography. You still go out and do all the filming. He does all of that. If you have even the people that are doing, that I personally know that do plays, if you're doing a play, because it could be a virtual play. I saw a girl out of LA, she's getting ready to do a virtual play, and she called me about it. And she was telling me how that's going to happen. And it's going to, magnificent, something like a concert. Because of COVID, we got to get different. We got to do different things. We got to think outside the box.
We have to adapt.
Yeah, got to adapt. You're right. You got to adapt.
Yeah, and we can like the last concert. It was March
Uh-huh.
at the Arena Theater.
Right.
Funk concert. It was Brick, Steve
Mm-hmm.
Arrington, y'all remember
Mm-hmm.
Function. Yeah, me and my son and his crew, we filmed that whole entire concert. So right now, like Brick, we're doing everything for them now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Did a concert in 4K. We got 4 camera angles.
Right.
So we have all those capabilities.
Absolutely.
We have all-
Absolutely.
so anything visual,
Mm-hmm.
audio,
Mm-hmm.
we
I was just
one-stop
talking.
shop.
Yeah, talking to another friend of mine. Andre Seville. He'll do your video if you have music and you need to hit a music video. He can do those. I've seen him do it. Done very well on a lot of the music videos.
Yes. And you know what's funny? I do everybody's work cam except for myself. I can do something for like, let's say Leroy Allen, and I can't do none of that from me.
Wow.
It's something I can't, even when I try to do a flyer, it's, I just can't, you know, I have to scratch my head because I can do flyers for other artists,
Right.
or put videos together for other artists, and I'm looking and I'm visualizing and I'm putting this stuff together before I
Right.
even get to the computer. But when it comes to my own stuff, like I got some new music out right now.
Right.
I can't. I don't know what. I have to get somebody else to do it.
Wow.
I
Wow.
can't. For some reason, I can't.
Mm.
I have to get somebody else to do my own stuff.
Well, that's like I guess
Oh,
that's like the barber. I guess it's like a barber. A barber has to get somebody to cut his hair, cut his hair versus him cut it. A guy told me that. One of my barber friends, he says, Cam, I can't even cut my own hair. And he didn't have that much, but he said he just couldn't fade it the right way or something. He still had to go to one of the other guys to have him to do it. He just didn't see it like the other guy did.
Well, I think the thing is when I like if I go see, say like if I go watch Mary Griffin or Teresa Grayson
Right.
or Lloyd, and I'm watching them perform,
Right.
I can put them like an artist. I can put them on a canvas,
Yes.
which pretty much what I'm doing here.
Yeah, that's
I
what he
can put
did.
them on my monitor screen. I'm watching their movements, listening to their voice, and I do that. I don't see myself like that.
Wow.
I
Mm-hmm.
can't see myself because I'm me. I'm in here, but I watch them,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can put something together. But I can't do myself like that.
Right. So, and those were the pictures that you chose. Those were the pictures that they loved that you chose, each of them, which is tomorrow is going to be Mary Griffin. You were adamant. You said, no, I won't Mary. And Teresa Grayson, of course, one of the best saxophone players I know, lady-wise. And then, of course, Lloyd Hughes is closing us out, sax.
Yeah, that's a masterpiece.
Masterpiece. I'm
Houston,
telling you.
Houston legends.
Yes. And we have
Um,
so much talent here. We got a lot of talent in Houston.
So much talent here.
Yeah.
So much talent. And I always thought there should have been somebody here to harness that.
Wow. Yes. Major studios, maybe labels, something.
Right.
Yeah.
And there may have been, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe I was never part of that circuit.
Right.
A clique.
Mm-hmm.
I was a clique guy. There are several cliques here in Houston. There are several cliques,
Mm-hmm.
and you ain't getting a clique. But I never was a clique guy. I don't need to be. I can be over here, and I'm by myself, and I'm fine. But somebody to harness that, well, there really hasn't, because outside of Beyonce,
Right.
you got to think of who was a major artist come out of Houston.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I, I should have been able to name off about 10 names just like that. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, but so hopefully now with this COVID and everybody's coming out, so I'll
Right.
get my new music out.
Where,
And
where
go
can we
ahead.
find your music?
Right now, iTunes, CD Baby, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, CD Baby. I said CD Baby. MySpace. No, I'm not, just kidding. Not MySpace. I still got my MySpace page. But anyway, all the music, Amazon, all the music, major music outlets. Say that
Okay.
real fast, 3 times. Major music outlets. I got a new one. I remixed Two-Step, and this is one they're playing now.
Right.
And I'm on the chart. I just released Party Time.
Mm-hmm.
It was a song written by LaCour. He
Mm-hmm.
just passed away. So, so we got a lot of new stuff coming up. I'm gonna get in one way or the other, Cam.
You are, my friend. You're gonna get in. You are gonna get in. Hey, well, I
One way or the
appreciate everything you're doing for me. I appreciate you always. Had it not been for you, my friend, I'm telling you, it has been not just an education for me, but it has also been a privilege to not only know you, but to have you as my friend. I thank you.
Well, let me say right
Thank you for
quick, Cam.
everything.
No, we thank you because this show is helping a lot of us stay relevant.
Thanks.
This
Thank you
show
so
is helping
much.
a lot of us stay relevant. Oh, now I can see. But thank you so much, Cam, for doing what you do.
I appreciate you, buddy, for everything. That's Andre Seville, vocalist, actor, entertainer, and Seville Designs Graphics. I tell you, if you have not seen his work, you need to look on there. Go on website, right? Give us website. What's the website?
ASevilleDesigns.com.
Got to go on it.
ASevilleDesigns.com. Look
There
me
you
up
go.
on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that.
Sounds good. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. Thank you so much, family, for joining me on the Cam Hill Show. So on tomorrow, like I said, I'm going to have Mary Griffin. You got to come back, 12:30. See you then. Bye.